Hey y'all, welcome back to the Off the Clock podcast.
What's up? What's up?
Jay,
What's going on?
what's good with you, man?
Hey, birthday boy, yesterday. Happy birthday.
Thank you, brother.
You see, you got the nice cut going on.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Looking
Come on,
good,
man.
looking good, looking good.
Feel like a new man.
Nice. You had a good time or what?
Yeah, man. Hung out with the family.
Okay.
A lot of food.
Nice.
Some dancing a little bit. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I got my aunties up from New Jersey, so yeah.
Jersey's in the house. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. I got lost in Jersey once.
Okay.
Anyway, so what's up? What's up to bat?
We're gonna talk about NBA free agency.
Free agency.
Yes.
Wildfire.
Yes.
Wildfire.
A lot of big moves. A lot of some smaller moves, but still have big implications in regards for the NBA season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Shoot. KD to Houston.
Deandre
Ayton to LA.
Hey, listen, Rockets are going all in.
Yes, that's what it seems like.
All in. KD's a big pickup for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's a plug and play.
Yes, and we talked about it earlier on today, like the KD effect. Now he brings in other, smaller pieces as well, right?
Right.
Role players. What is Finley Smith left?
That's
ended
right.
up leaving LA and coming to Houston, right?
Do you think they lost too much defense with what's his head? Canadian guy.
Oh, Dylan Brooks. I think they lost a great defender in Dylan Brooks, pesky too.
Yeah.
But I think they gained it with Finney Smith. To be honest with you,
brings it. Okay.
Yeah. Finney Smith definitely brings it, and he didn't showcase what he could truly do with LA.
Right.
And on that roster, right?
Okay.
I think that's a big pickup for Houston. They got the Thompson twin there. They have Jabari Smith. I heard some podcasts were talking about who starts, Finney Smith or Jabari Smith, but Jabari already just re-signed for $150 million. So I think the money demands
that he starts. No
doubt,
no question. You pay somebody that much, he ain't sitting on the bench.
That's it. And I think Finney Smith is used to coming off the bench anyway.
Right. So what do you think? He's 6th, 7th?
Yeah, I think he's 6th, 7th man, and even the Rockets bench is deep now.
They said, I can't remember all the names, but they look pretty like they're ready to. They want to win this year.
Yeah, for sure. And that's it, right? They had a less balanced team, and they finished 2nd in the West in the regular season, right? So, I have them in my top 3.
I saw on Instagram KD doing his sprints and stuff. Looks like he's all in, right? This is one chance to because everybody kind of clowns him. Some people clown him for the 2 championships. Yep. So maybe he's trying to squash all that with coming to Houston.
Some advanced training.
Yeah. It looked like he was putting in the work, right? So
what I think. KD, he's averaged 27, 28 points a game for the last 8, 9 seasons.
Yeah.
So I think it's just
since his Achilles, right?
Yeah.
Since he tore it or whatever. When was that? A while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. So, I think this is just commonplace for Kevin Durant, just off-season training. He's always in the gym anyways. So, Houston fans should be excited. Definitely.
I would be, definitely. That's KD, yeah, no question about it. What about Ayton to LA? Is he there to save them or what?
To me personally, I think Ayton doesn't move the needle like that. But he's a solid pickup.
I think it's a very solid pickup for LA because they need some interior big man stuff, and they need to. I get into LeBron, yeah.
Hey, listen, man, we're heading down the road. We're there. Go in, because I partially going to agree. I think they need to trade either Austin Reeves or LeBron James.
Listen, LeBron has to take a 2nd, 3rd seat on the team as far as contributing. You know what I mean? You have to you cannot demand the ball. It's so tough. I get it.
Luka the range.
Luka's it's got to be his team now. If they're thinking about winning,
yes,
which it looks like because LeBron. Well, I don't know. Do you think it looks like he wants to win or not when he picked up the option for $50-something million?
I think he wants to win.
He wants to win.
Yeah, because you're picking up the option now. He's worth more than the option, right? So I think he's
41 years old. You think he's worth more than that?
100%.
I don't think so. I think he's worth less. I think he should have taken less. I think he should have not picked it up, signed for less or whatever it is, and help bring in other players if he really wants to win. That's my opinion.
But you don't think now Deandre Ayton now coming to the Lakers, you don't think that's partly because LeBron's there?
No,
and the gravity that
I think it is. Yeah. Absolutely, I think it is. But again, like you said, you don't think it moves the needle that much.
No.
Not enough for a championship.
No, because the Lakers need to get deeper.
Exactly.
And the only way you get deeper now is who has real value, him or Austin Reeves. To be honest with you, right? Austin Reeves now showed you, is he really a third wheel on a championship roster? But I don't know.
My thing is that because of LeBron being there, demanding stuff to get his stats and no defense. He plays no defense. He has almost zero defense. You know what I'm saying? Other than the occasional highlight, whatever, once every 20 games or something. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he should have took less money, or you leave. You know, like retire. To be honest, like you're not winning. I don't think they're winning. They're not winning the chip this year. I don't think so.
No. Look how deep the West is.
Exactly.
They're fifth, sixth at best.
Probably sixth, right?
Right. Yeah, they're definitely on the outside looking in. Ayton doesn't necessarily move the needle again. I think just for them to get deeper, I think they have to explore trading Austin Reeves.
I don't think they get enough for him.
You're at least going to get 2 solid players for them.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Austin Reeves' value is still high, regardless of what it is. He averaged close to 19 points a game last year with ball dominant Luka and ball dominant, LeBron James.
So you think he's getting you like 3 first-round draft picks?
No.
That seems to be the trend these days. Everybody's getting like 3 first-round draft picks.
That's very true.
That aren't even all-stars.
Yeah, which makes no sense. It blows my mind. Okay, but no, I just think that they'll get solid role players back, and that's what the Lakers need, right? Because they still don't have enough shooting.
My thing is with LeBron, they're so demanding the ball. They cannot win. It just takes away too much from everybody. That's my thing. So I'd rather keep Reeves and get rid of LeBron.
Well, hey, yeah, that's another argument too.
I think it's over for LeBron. Like, it's over. You don't play winning basketball anymore. You just stat pad. That's my opinion of it. I think he takes away, much like, guys have to take lesser roles around him, like it has always been the case for certain guys. Well, pretty much everybody, to be honest.
Okay.
But
I
have liked Ayton in the past. We'll see what he can do.
Do us a favor. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning into the Off the Clock podcast. But you know what? Hit the subscribe button, like, and share the content with your peoples.
Pound that button. Hit the like.
What do you think about Denver trading MPJ for Cam Johnson? You like that move?
Yes, I have liked Cam Johnson, even though it seems like he has not played up to his. Where was he? Phoenix?
Yeah, but again, too, I think his high points in his career was with Phoenix. And then the last couple of seasons now, he's been playing with Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah. With Brooklyn, it was something wasn't right there. Who knows what it was? Maybe needs a new change of scenario. You're playing with top 2 player in the league, if not the best, will help obviously.
Yes.
And I like Cam's game back before the Nets, which seemed like a disaster.
Yeah, I love the trade. More so, I think the trade was more so about availability. Right, because I think MPJ and Cam Johnson, they shoot the 3.
They're very similar. They're
very similar play styles.
Same height, I think.
Yes, very similar.
Body-wise, they almost look identical, right?
Very similar play styles. I just think it comes down to MPJ is injured majority of the time, and Cam Johnson's available to play.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I think he will fill that role that MPJ should have been doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
They also brought back Bruce Brown, fan favorite. That guy can guard now 1 through 4.
There's defense. There's the defense they've been missing, right?
Yes. So Bruce Brown, they acquired him. They acquired Tim Hardaway Jr.
And Valanciunas, who you're saying
he might not even show up. He might void his whole contract and stay in Europe.
Did he say? Did you hear anything about why? Like, I haven't heard that, to be honest.
Nobody knows why. But according to reports, he's already in Greece now, potentially taking a physical and might stay in Europe.
So he's like doing summer ball there or something? Or is that what he's doing? Like playing somewhere in a league or something?
Yeah, he's going to play in another league. He's going to play
during the summer, though.
No, not during the summer. During the NBA season, he's going to play for another team in Europe.
They said that. The report said that.
This is what the reports are saying. Okay. Multiple reports are saying. And
so that the Denver not coming back.
That the Denver Nuggets now are trying to convince Jonas.
Really?
To rejoin the Denver Nuggets.
Okay. Well.
So, it's still up in the air in regards to if Valanciunas now is going to be a part of the Denver Nuggets moving forward.
Well, I think he should come back. JV. Get your ass to Denver.
I'm just saying. At the end of the day, that European back at home, that European money is always going to be there.
That's it, man. Like
that's
these guys make so much money now. Like it shouldn't even be about the money. First of all, let's be real, but it is. I get it.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to make money. The world, cream,
That's rules, man.
That's it, man. But like, win a chip, dude. You come back to Denver, like you are contending for a chip.
That's it. Automatic. I think Denver's just sitting right in that third spot.
They're looking nice without those picks.
Yes, a very defensive-minded free agency for Denver, I think.
What was it, Bruce Brown? You said?
Yeah, Bruce Brown.
Yeah, that guy's
Tim Hardaway Jr. can play some defense as well.
Right.
So, what's going on in Milwaukee? I don't know, bro. Like you're saying that you want to keep Giannis,
right?
I don't know if Myles Turner moves the needle enough to say, "Hey, listen, Giannis."
I think with Myles, what they're doing is relieving Giannis of some of that interior stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's giving him, where he doesn't have to constantly be dragging the team, right?
Okay.
So Myles relieves that. But again, as you were saying earlier, what's up with the guards?
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, when you cut Dame Lillard, that doesn't look good now when you're trying to promote yourself to other guards that are out in the market.
So some people suggesting Giannis hasn't come forth and said it, but may not have wanted Dame there.
Oh well, you can see on the court that they didn't mesh together.
Right, they didn't.
And Doc Rivers didn't do the best job now of creating plays now to mesh them together.
Mm-hmm.
That pick and roll was supposed to be dynamic.
Yeah, it should have been.
I'm just saying, right? And Dame Lillard lives in the pick and roll, right? Mm-hmm. So I just didn't understand why they didn't click.
Mm-hmm.
But again, too, I blame front office, I blame themselves, I blame everybody. Sure. Everybody has enough blame to go across the board, right?
So you don't know of like who the starting guards will be or who do they have?
It's just up. Really,
nobody have known.
Nope. Pat Connaughton.
Who I do like, but as a very lesser role.
As a reserve, right?
Yeah,
right. That's why it's rumored that Chris Paul, potentially Russell Westbrook, those two are in play because they need something dynamic or close to at the guard position.
They need younger than that, I think.
100%
for sure.
Yes,
if they're planning on, they can't waste the next 4 or 5 years of Giannis. This is like championship window still.
Yeah, I don't think they're in the championship window. Though,
but his window, his own personal, his age, and you know what I mean? Like, was he 30, 31 now?
Yes.
So he's got 4 or 5 years of straight dog. Still giving you 30 and 15 easy.
Yes.
So like, they definitely have to bring somebody in for him to help get him to rock.
Yeah. What moves so far in free agency have you seen that you like?
The one, well, obviously KD to Rockets was just, how could you not like it? Like that team, they're a playoff team already, and now you add a guy who's an auto 25. He plays nice defense. I don't think people give him enough props for his defense, but KD's not a pylon. He hangs in there. He's a dog on defense. So that one was the biggest one for me that stood out. And I'll tell you what, I have something about Ayton I like. Something about, I know it's not moving the needles for championship with them, and I don't think it's because of him or Luka's fault. I think it's because LeBron.
You think LeBron's going to be dragging them?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's 41, or will be. Is he going to be 41 this year? Like
I think LeBron, he has enough experience now, and he knows where to cut corners in regards to,
Well, he cuts corners on defense.
Oh, for sure. That's what I'm saying. He's going to cut corners on defense.
He didn't even cut the corners. They're long been cut. They're gone. There's no more corners to cut.
For sure. Right? I just think that they have to trade Austin Reeves just for depth. And then LeBron now can sit out his customary 20-25 games. Like, that's just a fact of life right now. He's going to sit out 20 to 25 games. That's just what it is.
Why even have him around? Get rid of him. Austin will play 82.
Pardon?
Austin could play 82. And he won't give you 25 points a game, I don't think. But 19 to 20? Play some defense. I think that team works better without LeBron on the floor, to be honest.
Okay. You know what? I would like to see the Lakers now more consistently playing without LeBron and seeing how that looks.
What do you think the new owner is thinking?
But the Lakers will never do that.
They need
the
to.
Lakers.
You need to
LeBron brings in
on.
too much money for the organization to allow that to happen.
Yeah, but without him, I can see them playing better. And I'm not saying they're going to win the championship, but obviously they were a playoff team last year, and they'll be again this year. They will be. It's the Lakers. They got Luka. Was Luka top 3 player?
Yeah.
So that automatically sounds, barring injuries, like they're a playoff team. And I just think LeBron's presence just brings down his on the floor presence. Guys play on eggshells around him.
Okay.
And without him there, they don't. They can actually, let cut loose.
Okay. One team I think that's improved under the radar is the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, the Hawks.
Yeah, I like what the Hawks are doing. They're adding length. They're adding athleticism alongside Trae Young. They know Trae don't play no defense. They know this already.
Who they got?
Right? So they have Dyson Daniels at the 2. They have Jalen Johnson at the 3. I think those 2 specifically are going to take a next step. And they added Luke Kennard. They added shooting. And they added Porzingis as their stretch big.
Yeah, Porzingis.
Right?
Hey. He's going to have some more
mystery injuries. Yeah. As long as Porzingis limits the mystery injuries, I think the Atlanta Hawks are top. I think the Atlanta Hawks are a top 5 team in the Eastern Conference.
I don't think he can, man. I think he's just like constantly hurt or some kind of illness, and it's just who he is. You know,
possibly. And Nikhil Walker from Minnesota.
Okay.
So he's over in Atlanta as well. I like what they're doing. They're just surrounding Trae with defense because Trae is not going to play no defense. Right. So it's a smart game plan. Surround him with length and shooting.
Right.
And and the East is wide open.
Right.
But again, too, we're going to take a break, folks. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning into the pod. Do us a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Like, share the content with your peoples.
Don't forget. All right, we'll check you in a bit.